corporations have all the tools to take care of themselves. They don't need politicians looking after them.
Clean Virginia's unconventional approach to campaign financing is changing Virginia's political landscape. Independent nonprofit, Clean Virginia gives politicians an alternative to accepting Dominion Energy's political contributions. For decades, Dominion Energy has amassed huge corporate profits from Virginia energy consumers. But now, Clean Virginia is putting people before profits.
This is a project and an approach that hasn't been done. I think it's indicative of how bad things had gotten in Virginia, that someone like our board chair, Michael Bills, who is a wealthy investor and an environmentalist, said, I'm going to put some of my wealth towards fighting this because Virginia needs it.
They are matching Dominion Energy's political contributions dollar for dollar to incentivize politicians to uphold good governance and pass legislation to expand clean energy efforts. For 2/3 of Virginians, Dominion Energy is their only option for electricity. Without competition to drive down prices, Dominion is regulated by the State Corporation Commission, which is appointed by the General Assembly. However, Dominion Energy donates to both political parties and consistently lobbies elected officials regarding rates charged to Virginia consumers. Executive Director of Clean Virginia, Brennan Gilmore, argues that the system needs reform.
When we started, Dominion treated the General Assembly as a rubber stamp body. Whatever they wanted, they were able to run through that body, and they were essentially able to regulate themselves. But as a monopoly, the regulation of monopolies is incredibly important. Virginia had really abandoned that principle, and we've helped, along with a lot of other partners, to reestablish it.
So what should the Dominion Energy customer relationship look like?
That policy should be organized around the best interests of everybody. Instead, it had been organized around how much money can these utilities make. And they were looking at Virginians paying their electric bills as frankly an ATM machine and transferring a lot of that wealth to their shareholders.
From 2009 to 2018, the SEC determined that Dominion Energy overcharged Virginians more than $2 billion. During that period, only around $98 million was refunded to customers. In 2024 alone, they spent almost $4.5 million on campaign contributions and lobbying. Dominion Energy did not respond to requests for comment on this story. Today, 1/3 of the members of the General Assembly refuse campaign contributions from regulated monopolies, like Dominion Energy. Democratic candidates Abigail Spanberger for governor, Ghazala Hashmi for lieutenant governor, and Jay Jones for attorney general are all endorsed by Clean Virginia.
We're incredibly excited to be able to support all three of those candidates. It's the strongest ticket I think we've had in Virginia in many, many years. But again, it's not about us pushing them to a position that we believe in. It's about them being candidates of great intelligence and integrity and commitment and taking this position as their natural approach to governing.
UVA professor Sally Hudson is a former delegate from the 57th District, which includes Charlottesville. Hudson was endorsed by Clean Virginia during her 2019 campaign. She is optimistic that this shift will continue.
I think that this is the first election cycle that any major party has had 3 candidates who refused utility campaign contributions, which suggests that we have reached a historic turning point in how Virginians and the candidates that they choose to nominate feel about the issue of utility money in Virginia politics. So it is really a huge step forward.
When Virginians cast their ballots in November, they will decide whether or not to allow Dominion Energy's political influence. I'm Chloe Schueman, WUVA.